With status updates and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Explaining why a star has been absent from AEW programming, Ringside News wrote that HIKARU Shida isn't going anywhere, at least not for the next few years. The former AEW Women's World Champion has re-signed with All Elite Wrestling and renewed her work visa, ending months of uncertainty about her future in the company. According to Fightful Select, Shida's contract is a multi-year deal, keeping her locked in as a core part of AEW's women's division moving forward. While fans have been wondering why she hasn't been seen on AEW TV in recent months, it turns out her absence had more to do with paperwork than booking. Sources indicated that Shida remains incredibly well respected within the promotion. The locker room apparently missed her during her time off, and several people praised her professionalism and dedication behind the scenes. Her absence from AEW Worlds in 2024 reportedly came as a surprise, especially since the show took place in her home area. Still, with her visa issues now resolved and her contract locked in, there's no reason to expect any further setbacks. Despite being off AEW television since her loss to Chris Statlander in November 2024, Shida hasn't been idle. She's been keeping her skills sharp by wrestling in Japan throughout 2025, remaining an active force internationally until her AEW return is confirmed. AEW is yet to reveal exactly when fans can expect to see Shida back on Dynamite or Collision, but the door is clearly wide open. With her contract secured and no legal or visa hurdles in her way, it's just a matter of when, not if, Shida steps back into an AEW ring. Mentioning how he scouts and evaluates talent, AEW President Tony Khan said this on the Danny Ocean show. Well, it just completely depends. You have to see something, and the fans have to see something sometimes. Sometimes you see something in someone the fans haven't seen it in yet, and that's good too. So I just look for people I think could fit into a situation in AEW, people we could develop into a role that fits what they are, and try to tap into the skills people have and build off of their strengths. Too often, I think in sports, and certainly in wrestling included, you see people playing to their strengths, but also it's really important to not always focus on any particular person's weaknesses, because everybody has them, and people succeed, and every single person who succeeded in life other than Jesus Christ himself, everybody who's ever done anything in life has had some kind of weakness. So I think it's important to really look at the strengths, whether you're evaluating a football player or a pro wrestler in AEW. I want to see what people can do well and then figure out how we can utilize that for them in AEW. It had been leaked that Xavier Woods had signed a multi-year deal with WWE, as he confirmed this on X, writing, "How do y'all know this stuff? I didn't say anything. But yes, you're going to see my sexy face for a while longer, even though you don't deserve it. 22 years in the game and about to make the next bit even better than the rest." Recalling his time working in WWE creative under Vince McMahon, former writer for the company, Jimmy Jacobs told Bobo's World, Vince read every single word that was in the scripts. He wanted every single word written down that the performers were going to say, and there's reasons for that. I'm not faulting him for that. If he wanted something changed, it was a difficult process because Vince has to okay it. But Vince is a busy guy, so if Vince has already approved a promo and I'm talking with the talent and a talent wants to change something, it's difficult to get Vince to get him to allow that change to happen. Undertaker, I worked with him once and Vince was like, Vince said to me literally, let Undertaker do whatever he wants. It was the only time I'd ever heard Vince say that. So many people were playing, I've said this before, but it's like they were playing to not lose, because Vince was pretty volatile. You were always one weird interaction with Vince away from being in the doghouse, walking on eggshells. They're not trying to do what's best. They're trying to do what won't get them called to gorilla by Vince going, why the hell did this happen here? Outside of a WWE event, Dominik Mysterio would be approached by a young fan as this interaction was posted on TikTok.
Hey, security!
Told you. I knew it. How'd I know?
So you're a kid, you have an excuse. So you guys got a life lesson. Are you ready for this? You're wearing a John Cena shirt. Next time you come and ask Dirty Dom for a picture, make sure you're wearing a Dirty Dom shirt. All right? Look at, I'm wearing this is my son on my t-shirt. All right?
Dominic.
Come on, guess one.
Dominic. Dominic. Por favor.
Please get a picture.
What did you learn for next time you see me?
Dominic.
There you go. All right, real quick. Cover your Cena shirt, though. You got to cover your Cena shirt. Come on.
Dominic. Por favor.
Take the hat off and put it over the shirt. There you go. Come on now. ¿Te acuerdas que te miré en la Expolucha?
Dominic. Porfa, Dominic.
With AEW EVP Kenny Omega indirectly calling out Gail Kim over a comment she made about Riho, Gail has responded to this on X and recalled the situation, telling the Heat Wrestling podcast, "So I woke up and I was kind of under the weather, and I saw the first comment was from Kenny. I was like, he's talking about me, and so I tweeted him back right away. I was like, don't beat around the bush. If you're trying to say something, say it, you know, cause you're not even at me. Listen, you're an executive of a promotion. I mean, you are setting the tone. That's why all the AEW fans felt like it was okay to come after me. Honestly, if he didn't encourage that behavior, I think that they wouldn't be as, aggressive as they are, honestly. When I was part of that kind of position, I was very careful about what I do. I was very careful about how I represent and what kind of example I'm setting for the talent. You got to think about those things once you're in that kind of position." Following her departure from WWE and debut in AEW as Lacey Lane, the former Kaden Carter has been accused of copying in regards to her name, as fans feel it sounds too similar to NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne. Now, Lane has taken to X to clear up the confusion, showing that she had this name since 2018. Providing an update on plans for LYRA VALKYRIA in WWE, Bodyslam.net reported, sources indicate that there are big plans expected for LYRA VALKYRIA heading into 2026. VALKYRIA is viewed as a big piece in the women's division for the future. After Raja Jackson was arrested for attacking Psycho Stu at a pro wrestling event, charges have been filed, with Ringside News writing, "Raja Jackson is officially facing criminal charges following his violent assault on indie wrestler Psycho Stu, real name Stuart Smith, and the details are now confirmed." The Los Angeles Times reports that Jackson, son of UFC legend Quentin Rampage Jackson, will be hit with one felony count of battery causing serious bodily injury and one misdemeanor count of battery. The charges stem from a brutal attack that took place during a Knox Pro Wrestling event on August 23rd. This wasn't just a wrestling storyline gone wrong. Prosecutors say Jackson's actions were serious enough to warrant a sentencing enhancement due to the damage inflicted. According to the report, prosecutors will also seek a sentencing enhancement because Jackson allegedly caused Stuart Smith to suffer great bodily injury. The beating left Stu hospitalized with a lacerated lip and several teeth knocked out. Authorities claim Jackson body slammed him before punching him in the head and face more than 20 times. Smith, known as Psycho Stu in the ring, lost several teeth and suffered a laceration to his lip during the attack, which saw Jackson body slam the wrestler and then punch him in the head and face more than 20 times. The incident erupted after Stu reportedly struck Jackson with a beer can backstage. What was supposed to be a wrestling spot quickly devolved into a real and violent confrontation. Jackson was arrested in September following an LAPD investigation and is currently out on bail. His arraignment is scheduled for this week. As of now, no attorney has been confirmed to represent him. A criminal complaint is expected to be filed Tuesday, according to the district attorney's office. Calls and emails to Jackson and his representatives were not immediately returned. This development marks a turning point in a story that's gained global attention. Jackson, previously a streamer on Kick, has since been banned from the platform over his involvement in the incident. Meanwhile, Stu has been recovering since being released from the hospital in late August. A GoFundMe campaign raised over $220,000 to support his medical needs, with top donations from Mr. Beast, Chris Jericho, Finn Balor, Nick Nemeth, Jack Perry, and Swerve Strickland. Now that the charges are on record, Jackson's legal battle is just beginning, and the wrestling world will be watching closely. Touching on what match Roman Reigns could be having at WrestleMania 42 next year, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio, there's no Roman Reigns-Seth Rollins match before, at the earliest, January. And I doubt January because they'll both be in the Royal Rumble. I think it's probably WrestleMania, just as a guess. Reigns, definitely doing the San Diego show, but he's not in a singles match in San Diego. He's in the War Games, unless they change. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.